I'm going to be reading from Disney's Christmas Stories, Donald Duck's Christmas Tree. Donald Duck put on his coat and cap and mittens. He picked up his sharp, shiny axe. "Come along, Pluto," he called. "We're going to the woods to find our Christmas tree." Pluto came on the run, and off they went into the snowy woods. Now, deep in those woods, in a sturdy fir tree, lived two merry chipmunks, Chip and Dale. They were getting ready for Christmas, too. They had found a tiny fir tree standing in the snow near their own sturdy home. They were trimming it with berries and chains of dry grass when Donald and Pluto came along. The chipmunks heard Donald coming, whistling through the woods. Then they saw Pluto prancing at his side. They scampered home to safety. At least they thought they were safe. But what was this? While Pluto Pup went sniffing about, Donald circled the sturdy fir tree, measuring it with his eye. "This is just the tree for us," Donald said, and Pluto Pup agreed. So Donald went to work with his sharp, shiny axe. Chop, 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 chop. Poor Chip and Dale, hidden in the treetop, they were too frightened to think. Chop, chop, chop went Donald Duck's axe. Then creak, creak, creak went the trunk. "Timber!" called Donald, and down came the tree, with Chip and Dale clinging for dear life. "Pluto, come on," called Donald. "Let's take our tree home." So home through the woods went Donald Duck, whistling as he tramped along, dragging the fir tree, and in the branches sat Chip and Dale, having a very nice ride. Donald set up the tree in his living room as soon as he got home. "There," he said, "now we will trim our tree." Donald brought out boxes of ornaments. From their hiding place up in the branches, Chip and Dale looked on. They watched Donald loop long strings of colored lights over the branches of the tree. They watched him hang bright-colored balls, gold and red and blue, and Pluto Pup helped where he could. "There," said Donald when the job was done. "Doesn't that look fine?" "Bow wow!" said Pluto proudly. And it was indeed a beautiful Christmas tree. "Now I'll pile the presents under the tree for Mickey and Minnie and the rest," said Donald. "You stay here." "Bow wow!" said Pluto, and he sat down to admire the Christmas tree. As soon as Donald was out of sight, Chip and Dale appeared. They danced on the branches till the needles quivered. "Grrr!" growled Pluto Pup disapprovingly, but Chip and Dale did not care. Chip just picked off a shiny ball and threw it at Pluto Pup. Pluto caught it in his paws. "Grrr!" he growled crossly again. Then Pluto picked off a ball and Dale picked off a ball and threw it at Pluto too. Pluto jumped and barely caught it in his teeth. Just then in came Donald Duck. "Pluto!" he cried. "Bad dog!" He thought Pluto had been snatching balls from the tree. Poor Pluto. He lifted the branches, but not a sign of Chip or Dale could be seen. "Now be good," said Donald, "while I bring the rest of the presents." So away went Donald again. No sooner was Donald out of sight than Chip and Dale appeared. Out they came, dancing down the branches, those naughty young chipmunks. Plunk! Chip's head went through a colored ball. Dale laughed and laughed at the funny sight. Chip made dancing with a big, round, golden head. But Pluto did not think it was funny at all. They were going to spoil Donald's tree. "Grrr!" he growled. But they did not stop, so Pluto got set to jump. "Pluto!" cried Donald Duck from the doorway. "What is the matter with you? Do you want to ruin the tree?" Of course, Chip and Dale were safely out of sight, so poor Pluto could not explain. "You'll have to go to your doghouse for the rest of Christmas Eve," said Donald. At that moment there was a loud crash. "What was that?" cried Donald. "Bow wow!" said Pluto, pointing to the tree. The colored lights were flickering on and off. "What's this?" cried Donald Duck. "Bow wow!" cried Pluto, pointing again. Donald peered among the branches until he spied Chip and Dale. "Well, well," he said, chuckling as he lifted them down. "So you're the mischief makers, and to think I blame poor Pluto pup. I'm sorry, Pluto boy." Pluto marched to the kitchen door and held it open. Chip and Dale, he felt, should go out into the snow. "Oh, Pluto," cried Donald, "it's Christmas Eve. We must be kind to everyone. The spirit of Christmas is love, you know." So Pluto made friends with Chip and Dale. They said they were sorry in chipmunk talk, and when Mickey and Minnie and Goofy came along caroling, they all agreed that this was by far one of the happiest Christmas Eves ever.